porque mi mayor deseo es ir al cielo.
¿Qué? ¿No tienes miedo de morir?
De morir con Cristo no, pero tendría mucho miedo de vivir sin Él.
Hello, and welcome to your 10th day of the devotional on the life of St. Jose. I'm Maria Vargo, the president of GK Chesterton Entertainment. I'm also an actress, singer, producer, and director, but I'm here today to talk to you about suffering, to talk to you about acceptance and the submission to suffering in your life and God's will. I had the opportunity to play the role of St. Faustina Kowalska a few years ago. I traveled the US doing almost 300 or over 300 shows about her life. And it was really when I did that show and I entered into the suffering that St. Faustina experienced that I got to understand that suffering can be a cross in our lives. But as Jesus told St. Faustina, it is the surest and fastest way to get to heaven. He told her that you can't get to heaven without the cross, and that it is the fastest way to get there, and that it is through our suffering that we are sanctified. I don't know about you, but when I was young and something would happen and I'd be upset or hurt, my mom would say, offer it up. And I'd be like, yeah, I don't even know what that means, Mom. But when I started playing the role of St. Faustina, I really got to understand what it meant to offer it up, to take my suffering. And I understood Faustina was suffering, but I had my own suffering too, as well. But I could unite that suffering and I could take it and unite it to Christ's suffering for good. And as we know, St. Jose so bravely walked to his own cross, to his death and to suffering. And we can use him as such a great example, and so many of the saints, that we have our daily crosses that we have to bear, but that we can pick them up and follow him. And that Christ is right there. He went before us and he is beside us. And we are carrying those crosses together. And to know, when I know that I've had sufferings in the past and I'm going to have them in the future, but to be able to accept them and to submit to God's will, and to know that I can't get to heaven without suffering, that I can't get to heaven without my cross, so that in some ways it makes it easier to embrace it. And there's comfort there, knowing that Christ did it first. And he also said that to St. Faustina. He said, I did it first. So Christ always goes first before us, and we're walking in that path to holiness and one day to heaven, just like St. Jose. God bless you on this spiritual journey.